Welcome, everyone. I'm Lisa Thompson from the Ministry of Transportation, and this is Alex Freeman from the Markham Fire and Emergency Services.
Hey, everybody.
And it's our pleasure to serve as co-chairs for the BASIC Committee. BASIC, bringing in awareness of senior safety issues to the community, is a partnership between fire, police, government agencies, and community groups dedicated to making seniors safer in our communities. And today we're so pleased to welcome you to our 2022 Safe Seniors Calendar virtual launch.
2021 continues to be a challenging year for everyone, and especially our seniors. With lockdowns and reopenings and now a mass vaccination push, COVID-19 continues to affect how we function in our day-to-day lives. While we have seen some opportunity return to in-person, we're still spending so much time online and continuing to connect virtually as much as possible. Regardless of these shifts in public health protocol, one thing that remains the same is the need for safety messaging. Of course, we also want to extend a very warm welcome to those of you online for whom we are especially proud to serve, and for whom we have put this calendar together, our seniors.
The BASIC Committee is made up of a dedicated group of volunteers focused on senior safety. Each year, the committee develops a Safe Seniors Calendar and offers free presentations for senior groups on the topics of elder abuse, protecting your money and your health, traffic and pedestrian safety, government benefits, and of course, fire and life safety. Please join us in acknowledging the following agencies for their dedication.
Again this year, we are honored and grateful to acknowledge the contribution of our calendar sponsor, the Insurance Bureau of Canada. Without this support, there is no calendar. And while all businesses are being asked to do more with less, we are so thankful to have the support of IBC again this year to make the 2022 Safe Seniors Calendar a reality.
We would also like to thank our BASIC committee members at York Regional Police, Senior Safety Officers Danielle Froud and Monica Lees for hosting this virtual launch.
This year, we are pleased to offer two presentations from friends and members of our BASIC committee. The first presentation is by Laura Proctor from Elder Abuse Prevention of Ontario on Ageism. The second presentation is on heart, health, and physical activity and will be presented by Judy from Vibrant Health Alliance.
Our Safe Seniors Calendar will be available for pickup by December 1st in limited quantities in Toronto and York region. Due to COVID-19 protocols, we ask that you call ahead to your local fire or police detachment to plan for pickup.
Please visit our website at www.basic.ca for more information. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Stay safe and be well. We hope to see you soon in person next year for the 2023 calendar launch.
Hello, I'm Raymond Cho, Ontario's Minister for Seniors and Accessibility. I'd like to thank the team at bringing an awareness of senior safety issues to the community, also known as BASIC. I appreciate you invited me to say a few words, and I'm very excited about the launch of the Safe Senior Calendar for 2022. Thank you to everyone for their dedication to the well-being of seniors in Ontario. This commitment has been on constant display during the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID has been a challenge for seniors and caregivers. Together, we have risen to help protect those most in need in our communities. The Safe Seniors Calendar is a fantastic tool that helps our seniors live safe, healthy, and active lives. It includes important dates, information, tips, and reminders to support Ontario's seniors throughout the year. The health and well-being of our senior is a top priority for our government, and that is why our government is also working to support senior safety and well-being through initiatives like the Ontario Seniors Home Safety Tax Credit and the Seniors Community Grant Program. Ontario.ca/seniors has more information about these programs and other ways that we are working to put the needs of Ontario seniors first. Take a moment to check it out. I would also like to thank the community service providers, caregivers, and community partners for their hard work in putting the Safe Seniors calendar together. I urge everyone to pick up a copy of the calendar from Basic Member or from your local police or fire station in Toronto or York region. It's also easy to download from the Basic website at basic.ca. I look forward to continuing to work together with the Basic and all our community partners to support seniors and retirement communities as we move forward into 2022. Thank you again. Best wishes.
Hi and welcome. We're going to talk about ageism today. First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Laura Proctor, and I'm with Elder Abuse Prevention Ontario. I'm the East Regional Elder Abuse Prevention Consultant, as well as the Communication Lead. Before we talk about ageism today, I do want to talk about my agency I work with, Elder Abuse Prevention Ontario. I think everyone watching this today can agree with our simple mission. We simply envision an Ontario where all seniors are free from abuse, have a strong voice, feel safe, as well as respected. I want to encourage everyone to like and follow us on our social media channels at EA Prevention ON, or definitely check out our website. We have great resources there at www.eapon.ca. EAPO is mandated to support and implement Ontario's strategy to combat elder abuse. Every year, we're funded generously by the Ontario government under the Ministry of Seniors and Accessibility. And quite simply put, we all think that we need to stop abuse and restore respect. And I truly believe each and every one of you have a role to play in that. So just to outline what the provincial strategy to combat elder abuse is, well, this is what guides the work that we do on a daily basis. First, what I'm doing here today, public education and awareness, frontline training for all service providers across Ontario, and then the coordination of community services. We work with our local elder abuse networks across the province. There's over 35 of them. And I encourage you to find your local elder abuse network and get involved. So before we talk about ageism, I think it's important to define what elder abuse is, because there is a clear link between elder abuse and ageism and ageist attitudes. So according to the World Health Organization, elder abuse is a single or repeated act or lack of appropriate action occurring within any relationship where there's that expectation of trust, which causes harm and or distress to the older person. I truly believe that, in order to confront elder abuse, we need to truly confront ageism. So what is ageism? It's attitudes, ideas, beliefs, and practices on part of individuals that are biased against persons or groups based simply on their age. Ageism within our society and culture is to the extent that older adults just don't fit the perceived social norm. So therefore, they're treated less than, which may include being less valued and certainly less visible in many communities. They become second-class citizens. Their needs and their lives are treated as though they don't matter as much as younger populations. So what do we know about ageism? Interestingly enough, ageism is the most tolerated form of social prejudice. 63% of older adults say that they've been treated unfairly simply based on their age. 79% of older adults agree that seniors seem to be less important in our culture and society. And 21% see older Canadians as a burden. All of these stats that I am giving today on ageism is pulled out of the Rivera report on aging. So you can download that to get more information. So here's a breakdown of what I was just talking about. Which prejudice do you think is the most tolerated in Canada? Ageism came out as number 1, followed by sexism and then racism. And then Canadian societies value younger generations more than older generations. Over 70% of people agreed with this statement, and only 25% of Canadians didn't agree with this statement. So let's look at a few ageist statements. We hear them every day, and it's so widely accepted that you may not even realize that these statements are ageist. So you may be having a senior moment, ageist statement. You might be too mature for this position. We hear that a lot of feedback from seniors that are looking for part-time work in their retirement years. This is a good one. You look better than most people your age. That's making an assumption that you should look a certain way when you become a certain age. Assuming that all old people are forgetful, becoming forgetful or having dementia is not a normal process of aging. So not all older adults are forgetful. Assuming that all older people get so many benefits and discounts, older people don't understand how the world is changing, and that you get set in your ways as you get older. Let's look a little bit deeper at some attitudes and beliefs, which truly equal just stereotypes on getting older. So please note when you're looking at this list, this is not an exhaustive list. Young people also experience some of these ageist attitudes as well. If you've ever been a part of a conversation about the way that young people don't have relationships because they're always on their phones, you may have expressed a stereotype, which is an ageist attitude as well. Any comments that generalize a whole group of people is known as a stereotype, and we all do it. So let's highlight a few of these stereotypes. All older adults are slow and boring, are mentally incompetent, think they know everything, don't have sexual feelings, are a burden on healthcare, live in long-term care homes, are cranky, are wise, are automatically angels when they turn 65, and are automatically bad drivers when they turn 65. These are all stereotypes that I know I certainly run into on a daily basis. So truly, the attitudes that we have about aging put older adults at risk. And that's why in the work that I do, we see a real and clear connection between ageist attitudes and increased risk for suffering abuse as you age. So do you agree? Do you disagree? That's up to you. And that's what makes these conversations so appealing to me, is that you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. And that's what can start a really wonderful conversation and open up that door for that opportunity. As I've said before, ageism and discrimination are so closely linked. This is what the difference truly is between ageism. Those are negative attitudes around people's age, solely on their age. Discrimination is negative behavior. So there is that clear link. So here's some ageist behaviors. We talked about statements, stereotypes, and attitudes. Now let's look at behaviors that we see. Treating all older people like their children. Who's seen that happen? I know I have. Feeling entitled to older parents' time, money, and assets. like you deserve them. We all can think of a story where that's entwined. Not including older adults because they don't understand or they're too old to learn. Labeling older adults as the aged or the elderly, as if they're all the same thing. You'll notice that I use the wordage of older adults or seniors. I would never use the word anymore elderly. Calling strangers that are old sweetie or dear just because they're older. This is a really interesting thought, and it's truly a puzzle. Ageism is like hating ourselves in the future. So we're getting older every day. I'm older today than I was yesterday. There's no exceptions for that. Then why do we discriminate older people when one of us, all of us, hopefully, will be older one day ourselves? I don't like the other option. And again, this link between ageism and abuse. Many times we see very well-meaning families and friends sometimes push older adults to do things that they don't want to do. We've all heard stories of older children, adult children, who start making decisions for their parents as they age because they do this out of the need or the feeling of wanting to help, or sometimes in cases, a feeling or a sense of urgency to solve what they define as problems for their parents. Unless there are clear safety issues or real diminishing mental capacity where somebody's truly living at risk, the older adult has the right to choose and make their own life decisions. Even if there are capacity issues, the older adult's wishes should be heard and respected, even if they cannot be accommodated. Ageist assumptions run far and wide in our society about what it means to be older. Many people unconsciously or consciously link aging to automatically becoming dependent and weak. And of course, less important, all Canadians need to become more aware of how to treat older adults, reminding ourselves that they need to be treated with dignity and respect, and that they still have value. I hope you found this session informative today. I do want to leave you with one excellent resource. We're lucky here in the province of Ontario to have the Senior Safety Line, which is managed by the Assaulted Women's Helpline. You can reach them at 1-866-299-1011. They're available 24/7, 365 days a year. Upon request, it's available in over 200 languages, and you'll be speaking to a trained counselor. How would you like to be treated as you age? I truly believe that no matter what your age is, we all deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. It was a pleasure to be with you during this video. Please reach out if you have questions. My name's Laura Proctor. Again, I'm with Elder Abuse Prevention Ontario. And please reach out to our head office. There's my email. Have a wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Judy Chu. I am a registered kinesiologist, a health and fitness specialist, an adult educator, and personal trainer. Today, I have the pleasure and honor of demonstrating to you how to be physically active for heart health. Now, what does that mean? It means working your cardiorespiratory system or aerobic system. I'm going to give you tips based on the Canada's Physical Activity Guide and Canada's first ever 24-hour movement guide. These guides are research-based and best practice, and it'll give you tips on how to be heart healthy while you're keeping active, continuously physically active. So first tip would be The rate of perceived exertion, it is a scale from 0 to 10. 0 would be sitting down doing absolutely nothing. 10 would be extreme exhaustion from exercise, where you cannot talk. We don't want to go to 10. We want to be starting at 3, where you're actually hearing yourself pant. So if you were walking, jogging, hearing yourself pant, that would be 3 out of 10. I'm still able to talk, but I'm panting, but still able to talk. So keep that in mind as tip number 1. The other tip would be, what are those continuous activities? Well, I gave you a tip already. Walking on the spot, jogging, marching, that would be a good way to do it. Or you can jog, you can run, you can do stair climbing, you could swim, you can do anything that pleases you to keep you physically active. Those are examples of being active so that you can hear your breath. The other tip based on these guides, that's research-based and best practice, is trying to exercise, move your body so that you can hear your breath but still can talk for at least 150 minutes a week. That translates to 21 minutes a day or more if you can, which would be lovely. So you're hearing your breath but still can talk. And last but not least, the final tip, count your steps. Every minute counts, every step counts. 10,000 steps is the goal, but if you can't get there, you'll eventually get there. Make it 5,000 steps at least, because 5,000 steps for a normal individual is sedentary living. So I want to say you're more than sedentary living. You want to pick it up a notch, do more than 5,000 steps a day, build it up. Every step counts. Even if it's 5 or 10 minutes more, you can do it. Even marching on the spot, standing counts. So all this counts. So before I start my demonstration for you, and I hope that you're all going to join me, if you have some medical concerns or just starting out, please consult an exercise specialist or your physician. And please I give you permission to stop whenever you feel uncomfortable or in pain, or you're tired and you need to rest. It's all right to rest. You can rest and start up again. That counts. Continuous movement is all about moving, but if you need to rest, give yourself permission to rest. So I'm going to start now with the seated position right here, and your chair should be sturdy with a straight back, no wheels under the chair. You're going to sit with your feet hip width apart. Your knee is in line with your ankle. Your tall posture is in check. And you're breathing. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your lips. And just relax. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to start seated, where you're going to lift one foot, then the other foot. Engage those stomach muscles. Tighten them up. Keep your back nice and tall. And you're lifting alternating legs up like this. And as you warm up, picking up each foot, you can lift it up a little higher because it becomes easier when you're warmed up. So you're lifting higher. And if you want to move a little bit more to engage more exercise intensity, you can pump your arms and pick up your knees. So here I am, marching away, picking up my knees a little bit higher, and I'm pumping my arms. My hands are open, relaxed. I'm breathing a little bit more as I pump my arms and pick up my knees. If you can't pick up your knees this high, you can lower your feet towards the floor and pick it up just a little bit lower and pump your arms a little bit lower. You gauge based on your ability level. Listen to your breath. I hear myself breathing already because I'm working. And then you can pick it up after you've warmed up if you can. Go by how you feel. And then I slow it down. So that's one example of a seated march in a chair. Easy, isn't it? Do it from the comfort of your home, all these exercises. Now, the next exercise is the sit to stand. It's research-based, proven to be best practice if you can't go out for a walk. And here we are, sit to stand. Stand tall, pull back your shoulders, hands by your side. Make sure you know the chair is behind you. You can feel the chair before you sit down. And since the chair is not going to move, You're going to cross your hands over your chest to make it even harder. So here we go. Sit to stand. Sit to stand. And if you do it enough, and you can count, if you do it enough, you can actually get your heart rate going and working your cardiorespiratory system. Hearing your breath based on rate of perceived exertion. So, second exercise, sit to stand. You can do the combined or do one or the other in the comfort of your home in a chair. So now I'm going to take you to the next. And the next exercise would be standing. Standing exercises that are continuous movement, feet hip width apart for good balance. Shoulders are tall. Your back is nice and tall as well. Stomach tight, always breathing when you're exercising. And you can start with marching, picking up your feet off the floor to warm up. Arms swinging by your side, shoulders are relaxed, breathing in and out. And as you do this, you're moving your body. You're creating blood flow. You're breathing a little bit more. And you can count your steps, or you can time yourself based on your watch, or you can just go by how you feel based on rate of perceived exertion. So out of 10, 0 is doing nothing. 10 is extreme exhaustion. You want to be in the middle. So as you're marching along, you can make this harder. Pick up your knees and opposite arm, opposite knee lift. So I'm making it a little bit harder. My knees are going up a little bit higher, putting more effort into my exercise. And as you get warmed up, you can pick up your knees even higher and swing your arms to match opposite arm, opposite knee. I'm balancing on one foot as I'm doing this. You can either pick up your knees by tapping your hand, same knee. You can go even faster. Here we go. Faster, knees up, and then slow it down if you're feeling. I feel my heart rate going already. And back to marching on the spot. So knees up high or knees up low, you decide. So that's one example, a stand up, continuous activity. Take a deep breath. Are you with me? I'm sure you are at home. Here we go. Next one, heel lift from behind. Gentle heel lift and arm swing opposite to the heel lift. Relax the shoulders, breathing. Heel lift, heel lift, heel lift, heel lift. You can warm up and make the heel lift a little higher. So as you're warming up, you can do more physical activity, increase your exercise intensity. Heel lift a little higher. You can even place your hands behind your heels. Same heel touch, same hand, same heel. Heel touch. Kick it up, kick it up, kick it up, and up, and up, and up. And then slowly bring down to a low heel lift, arm swing by your side. So there's another example of continuous activity. And I'm hearing myself breathe. I'm at about close to a 3 now out of 10. So my next exercise for you, and as I go back to my easy march on the spot, is a modified jumping jack. Here we go. Opposite leg alternating each side. Both arms out, open and close. Open and close. Open, close. This is a modified jumping jack. One leg at a time. I'm always having the other leg on the floor. Well, the opposite leg goes out. And so that's a modified jumping jack. A real jumping jack. Open, close, open, close, open, close. I'm at a 4 now. I could hear my breath. And I'm feeling still comfortable because I still can talk to you. So that's a real jumping jack I just demonstrated to you. Another modified jumping jack would be open, open, close, close. Open, open, close, close. Open, open, close, close. Open, open, close, close. Last one, and close. All right, how are you doing at home? Are you hearing your breath? I'm at a 4 right now. Do you hear my breath? And I still can talk to you. It's a good thing because I'm working my cardiorespiratory system. A heart-healthy way to be active and to have fun. So that is an example of continuous movement working your heart and lungs. Another final example would be a kick back, arms out. Kick back, arms out in front. Keep your chest high, stomach tight, squeeze those seat muscles, and swing the arms. And stretch back each leg. Breathe, 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 and breathe. Back to the easy walk and jog. There you go. Continuous activity, increasing your rate of perceived exertion. And I'm at about maybe 4, hearing my breath, but still can talk. So, going to slow it down. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Shrug your shoulders. And I'm going to graduate now to a seated position, demonstrating to you some exercises that are important for everyday physical function. Sit down again with your feet hip width apart. Take this elastic band that comes in different tensions, and this is a moderate tension band for me. Fling it over my back. Sitting tall, grasp the band between your thumb and index finger. The more you choke up on the band closer to you, the harder it is. The more you release the band, the easier it is. So find the ideal tension for you. You can even just try it out. This feels good. So chest press, working your chest muscles, arms and shoulders. Here we go. Breathe. 1. Here's 2. 3. 4. We'll do 6. 5. Last one. 6. Chest press. You can do more at home when there's not a time limit. Next, and how many reps should you be doing? Well, repetitions could start from 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, a second set, even a third set. So that applies to all your exercise, these repetitions. Our next one is lowering the band to the floor. Take your foot over the band, and we're doing leg presses to work the top part of your leg, your quadricep muscle. So again, choke up on the band with your hands, tight hands, keep the hands still, pick up your foot, and you're going to press away like you're pressing on the brakes of a car. Remember, good posture, keep your back nice and tall, breathe and press. This is 1. Here's 2 and 3, 4, let's do 2 more, 5 and 6. Every time you press away, keep the knees soft. Do not lock your knees. What you do to one side, you must do the same to the other side. So again, choke up on the band, hold it tight, keep your hands still, press away. Extend that leg out front. Press on the brakes. 2. Here's 3 and 4 and 5. Here's 6. Perfect. And take a rest. That was a leg press working those quadricep muscles. Important for getting out of a chair, standing, walking, all those everyday functional movements. So now we're going to do some exercise working your biceps. These muscles right here for lifting so that you don't hurt your back. Let's drop the exercise band to the floor again. Both feet over the band. And remember, keep your posture nice and tall. Elbows tucked close to your ribs. Your hands holding the band nice and tight. And your wrists are like steel bands. Breathe all the time. Here we go. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Doing great. I know you are. 4, 5. One more. 6. That was working your biceps for lifting. And then I have this one for the back of the arms, the triceps. These ones, and it's for pressing, getting out of bed, getting out of a chair sometimes. Open the band wide so you don't pinch your legs. Keep your arms nice and tall, nice and straight, your posture tall. Here we go. Push back. Keep the arms straight. Push. 2. Here's 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And that is it for our arm and leg exercises with the exercise band. So in summary, I'd like to thank you for joining me to exercise continuously, and I hope you had fun because I did too. I want to say you just challenge your heart, your cardiorespiratory system for heart health, and being physically active, choosing activities to be active. Take the moment to count your steps, make every step count. 10,000 steps a day is a goal. And make sure that you at least do 21 minutes of continuous activity to hear your breath. Every day if you can, 150 minutes a week. And don't forget to read up on the Canada's 24-hour movement guide and the Canada's physical activity guide, all best practice research based. I thank you. Be well, be fit, and I thank you for joining me, and that's it. Applause to you. Bye for now.
My husband and I would like to say how much receiving the calendar means to us. We look forward to receiving it every year as it provides us with helpful information and safety suggestions. For all the work the committee does to provide seniors with such an amazing calendar
and such useful information is truly appreciated. Thank you.
Before we close, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is Danielle Froud, and my partner's name is Monica Lees.
Hello, everyone.
We are both senior safety officers at York Regional Police. As a senior safety officer, we provide follow-up on calls involving older adults and assisting in connecting our community partners and clients to resources through a police lens. Part of our senior safety team includes our social worker, Chantel Bennett, who provides a social lens by assisting vulnerable residents in our community.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chantel, and I'm the Personal Safety and Vulnerable Person Social Worker at York Regional Police. In our unit, I coordinate the Vulnerable Person Registry and Project Lifesaver programs. These are 2 voluntary programs that are designed to assist vulnerable individuals that, due to a health and/or medical condition, are at an increased risk of having future police contact. Both programs expedite the process of locating and assisting vulnerable residents by making essential personal information readily available to responding officers, such as specific behaviors officers might encounter, recommended de-escalation strategies, and contact information for family members or other individuals who can provide support. Dispatchers, police officers, and other support personnel will then be able to access this information when they're interacting with a person. This leads to a better understanding of the causes for behaviors and provides officers with information about how best to assist the person. To learn more about these programs, please contact vpr@yrp.ca or calling 1-866-876-5423, extension 6877.
Thank you, Chantel. On behalf of the members of the Basic Committee, we would like to thank all the speakers and the dignitaries who attended today. Everyone provided such valuable information. We would like to say thank you to all who tuned in to celebrate our launch of the 2022 Seniors Calendar. It is because of you we strive to bring an awareness of senior safety issues in the community.
We hope you enjoyed the presentation today, and if you would like any further information, go to www.basic.ca. Until next year, keep safe.
These are the past comments received by calendar users who've received the calendar in 2021.